We're winning too much. We're getting tired of winning. Please, please, Mr. President, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. This is exactly how it is on, Happy Halloween. I don't know if I'll drop this on Halloween. Happy Halloween, the end of spooky season, the best season. And this is how we're sending it off. Granted, these elites are probably satanic beyond belief. We kind of know a lot of them are. It's probably some ritual make the average person bleed. I'm just having fun with it. But this is crazy, man. Nothing but red. What are we sitting at, XRP? 249. We were just at like 251 a little bit ago. Yeah, we're pulling back. And people always, not always, but, a lot of people, new people in the industry, however long, they haven't been in this rodeo for as long as some others. So it's like, hashtag not financial advice. When you got blood in the streets, those are the buying. When you know what you hold, not when these morons come out of the trees crying, oh, I'm losing all my money, crypto's a scam, it's over. Bro, when you're investing in fart coin, shart coin, fupa coin, bonk coin, all this bullshit, yeah, you're probably not going to have a good time. Granted, yeah, when you deal with those, that's gambling. I mean, it's all kind of gambling at the end of the day, but there's more calculated gambling, investing, whatever term you want to apply to it. Yeah, but I made good money on Pepe coin. I did a really good Pepe coin trade, and it funded my investment trades. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta calculate your risk. You gotta, not financial advice. This is just how I hedge my bets. My philosophy to this is obviously the safety. When you're talking about your wealth and building wealth, there's no quick road to success. Granted, some people get lucky, like that James Wynn guy we were talking about. He made a super trade, I think, also on Pepe, and turned like $1,700 into like 20-something million. Some astronomical number. Those are such anomalies, and it's like luck at the end of the day, or insider knowledge, whichever one. But you got to be diversified, bro. Not financial advice. Metals, the safety stuff like dividends, style, all the top kind of stocks, the fucking S&P, like all that shit. Schwab's dividend, I just like that. VU, SPY, all those, and then there's this crypto stuff, which like I'm into a lot more, because I think I see where this is all headed. And I mean, when you got Larry Fink finally after all these years saying, oh yeah, we're going to tokenize everything. Everything's going to be running on this crypto rail ecosystem. This top, however many, 510, all interoperable, more or less in the end. That's the only way this globalization agenda works. Bank the unbanked. Constant money, AI, constant that money. This AI stuff is racing, dude. It's hitting a lot of dystopian headlines of a lot of layoffs are hitting now. So now it's getting worrisome out there a little bit. Massive layoffs going on. Not to peddle fear or anything, because I think the daddy Fed is going to be coming in. I think around Q1, I think is when they're going to turn that money printer on. Because they kind of have no other option, and then inflation will probably get out of control again. So it's like our back's against the wall. So you gotta navigate this with some finesse. Be diversified, be safe, make as much money as you can. You gotta have assets. There's a reason all the rich own assets and don't have any income on paper, which is crazy. Something like Jeff Bezos. I think Jeff Bezos, like on paper, made like 80 grand. Because when you're in assets and everything, they have this whole thing down to a science. The tax code's written for the rich, bro. Yeah, they take advantage of that like no tomorrow. But it's granted, like if you had the millions or two, like would you? Some people not more than others, but This was interesting. With cryptography, there's an opportunity to build a single financial rail for the entire world. Solana has the throughput and latency to cover basically every market in the world at the same time. Let me hear it.
So Solana launched in 2020 in the depth of the bear market. This was like the COVID crash. We literally had our launch announcement 2 days before everything crashed.
Before Black Thursday.
Yeah.
So, great time.
That was crazy, dude. I used to work at my old hotel job, and what I did, I watched all of it because I could kind of tell that narrative from the beginning. Like, I don't know, it just smelled. It's the high heavens, all of it, all the way through. But yeah, I remember when the market was crashing, I was on my hotel job buying stocks, buying the top shit just on my Microsoft. I bought a ton of Microsoft.
Time to launch.
When there's blood in the streets, as long as you know what you hold. Like, I'm sitting there during that, I'm like, this all seems like a fucking crazy overreaction. Like, if I'm being, well, maybe not an overreaction, but it's like, I don't know, I think the world's going to go on, dude. I think Microsoft's going to go on making fucking money in the long run after this all blows over.
Now you got an ETF now. Look at you now.
So in those, it was, we didn't even think about delaying because we were so exhausted in the process to get there that we had no other choice. But 4 years later, we've come to a point where Solana does more transactions than every major layer one combined, and sometimes more revenue than all of them combined, which is, I think, a pretty astounding metric that we're both pretty proud of. And this is before crypto has been adopted by mainstream finance. Mm-hmm. So we're, we always joke there's only one more hard quarter left. So we say that every quarter. So Solana.
Okay. Yet again, I mean, if projects are going to do well, they're going to do well. Like, the technology behind Solana and everything, like, it's good. It serves its role. It all has its role. But still, my concerns with it are, it's later to the scene, 2020. Okay, it's been 5 years, but like the amount of problems they had just within this 5-year time frame, concerns. Like, I don't know. It raises my level for hesitancy with Solana. And just what it's been correlated with like the meme coins and just all that, which, granted, I think what that Western Union stunt is all about is like trying to shift the narrative away from that. But yet again, it's just I personally don't own any Solana. Nothing against them. It's just me. I see the opportunity more so with yet again Ripple and XRP and what's going on with that whole shebang. I've never. And hey, I could be missing out. Solana could take over the world. What do I know? I'm some guy, but I'm doing well with my bets.
Solana launch.
I would be doing well with Solana too. It's just I'm trying to see where the ball's going. Like there's that dude Chris Sacca. He's like a Silicon Valley investor, and he was on season 7 of Shark Tank, a couple of episodes, and him and Mark Cuban butt heads because they're both trying to be like the alpha dog of the Shark Tank. And his whole he invested in Uber early. He invested in Uber's the main one because he always flaunts it, but other major tech companies, Facebook, Instagram, I don't know, like all that shit. And he's always preaching on the show. I'm trying to skate to where the puck is going because some dude was on there trying to sell like his service to help people with parking tickets and get them off of parking tickets. And then Chris was like, oh, because I invested in Uber, like I think like car ownership is going away. Like, just so out of touch with reality, as if like people could fucking afford Ubers all day and stuff. Like, there's just so many problems with that. But self-driving too, granted, that is where it's going. Uber testing that out yet again with the layoffs, the AI stuff. This kind of first beginning of the layoffs is here, and it's scary now that it's tangible. To come on the scene in 2020 and seem to be in the same talking head of Bitcoin and Ethereum, my red flags go through the roof. Could be nothing. I could just be paranoid. Amazon CEO Andy Jassy just said, when asked about Amazon's recent corporate layoffs, the announcement that we made a few years ago was not really financially driven, and it's not even really AI driven. Not right now, at least. It's really its culture. And if you grow fast as we did for several years, the size of the business, the number of people, the number of locations, the type of businesses you're in, you end up with a lot more people than what you had before, and you end up with a lot more layers. This is true. And, oh, mother bitch. And when that happens, sometimes without realizing it, you can weaken the ownership of the people that you have who are doing the actual work and who own most of the two-way door decisions. The ones that should be made quickly and right at the front line. And it can, okay, all right, whatever. Yeah, just looking at this dude's face, I'm not buying it. I mean, maybe it's partly true, but I mean, come on, they literally said that they want to replace a lot of those roles with AI and the robot. Like, they've been saying this. I'm not buying that it's fully chopping the bloat. Because I think people would start panicking if they're like, yo, we're replacing all of these jobs with fucking robots. There's definitely bloat. There's tons of bloat in fucking tons of countries, companies. You see TikToks of like, yet again, nothing against, I don't know these people, I guess, but like these like girls doing their like day in the life, get ready with me as a fucking whatever in Facebook. They go there, and they timestamp in the day. 7 a.m. I clock in. 10 a.m. snack. Oh, a little bit of work, snack. Oh, go chill, play some ping pong. Like, it's just a bunch of bullshit is what they at least portrayed in the video. But they could be doing that because they want to have fun. But it just seemed like a lot of unnecessary roles. I don't even know who this is. Like, are these people even real? Marty? He's got 7,000 followers. No clue who this is. It's probably just a bot. Halo is right-wing art. Everything about it is fascist and good. What? It is a camp of the saints. It is a man against the alien hordes. It is a driven mandate from the heaven. Okay. You can tell it's right-wing because instead of kidnapping kids... What the hell? What the fuck is this guy talking about? Absolute weirdo, dude. Just play the fucking game. Play the game. Have fun with it. Especially Halo Reach. Halo Reach is the best one. I rant about that all the time. Everyone is so fucking dumb now. It's actually insane. No, I think people are mentally unstable is what I think. Which I guess is maybe the same as dumb. But I think people are fucking mental cases more so now than ever. A lot of these people are fake. These accounts are fake too, bots. You got, especially in the crypto space, dude, with the amount of videos I post and just like no profile accounts or ones that you could just clearly tell, like, is this even a real fucking person? They just like are automated to write like bullshit, especially about XRP. You always just get like XRP is a shitcoin, and then I'll write like, all right, solid logic. What the fuck? What does that even mean? Your friends. How's your alt season going, mate? Me. This is me. Is that Vince? That's Vince something, right? Didn't he get in trouble doing? Yeah, WWE guy. Yeah, no, I feel that, Vince. That's crazy. Here we go. This is ramping up, bro. But I seen one of these a long time ago. Honestly, this is fucking dystopian. Bernie Sanders, stop hiring humans. The era of AI employees is here. Billboards across the country are promoting the replacement of millions of jobs with AI and robotics. Great idea. One simple question: how will those displaced workers survive when there are no jobs or income for them? That's the question. You got to wonder if crypto is the solution for this. Like the reason this all is converging at the same time. You gotta wonder. But I seen one of these billboards months ago, back I think around like spring. I remember seeing that, and I like right on the one of the main highways. There's like we were at a park, and then there's like it was right above the main highway, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, you kidding me? Because that many months ago, this did seem kind of bullshit. I was like talking about like AI is nowhere near. Still, it's approaching that for definitely certain applications and jobs, but that's crazy. That is iRobot shit. And then we got the new NeoBot we're going to go through. You got to ask yourself with all this, dude. What benefit is it to Michael Saylor to purport the constant reminder, do not sell your Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin, to pump his bags? Like, could you imagine if Brad was out there constantly saying, you do not sell your XRP, buy your XRP, buy it. We'd look at it like I think a normal person would be like, oh, that's kind of a conflict of interest because they own a ton of it, unless it's pre-allocated, or at least some of it, because at least some of it is definitely Ripple's. I would definitely place my bet on that, but I don't know about all of it. You picking up what I'm putting down? Because I think if they want to become that bank, I think they want to hold that key. I think they want that ball in their court, you know? But I guess, and then people will say with this, oh, but he's not the creator of Bitcoin. But it's like, no, his whole money operation is based on owning it, though, and the next person paying more for it, because you watch his price predictions literally from months ago. I keep up with all this shit. I pay attention. So it's like when someone's tune changes, I'm like, what the like, that's kind of crazy. 250, maybe even 350 Bitcoin by year end, and then 250. And then now we're at 150. And 150 may not even happen at this rate. I do think, I got a lot of thoughts. I think this market, if I'm just going to throw a guess out there, my prediction, I guess we can timestamp it. Halloween 2025, my official prediction. There's a lot to take into consideration this time, though. There's a lot of moving pieces. I'm going to say that the government will be open by mid-November. I'm going to say at least some of the XRP ETFs go live mid-November. I'm guessing the Clarity Act gets signed before Thanksgiving at some point. Although when I say that out loud, I'm like, oh, I don't know about that because that's only a couple of weeks at this point, and they love They love bullshitting. But that's what I'm going to throw out into the universe. And then I think eventually, but then the question still is Q1 2026, Evernorth, the treasury company. They want that price low at that point, unless it's to like supercharge. Maybe this is a whole elaborate plan to literally set off like a fuse on a dynamite. The ETFs, the clarity, the bang, keep the momentum going even more. Another catalyst. Evernorth supercharging it by fucking buying up a ton of it off the market. Supercharge it again with Ripple getting the bank license or dropping their balls with some massive announcement in terms of that. But that could also go down at Ripple's swell. If there was going to be a place you were going to drop your balls on the table, it'd be at your own event when you got the entirety of all these people. JP, fucking Citi, all of them. Fidelity. If you were going to drop your balls, I'd be at that event, but I think it's too soon. I don't know. I think by July 1st of next year, 2026, I think we'll be sitting at a $14 XRP, something in my mind. It'd be hilarious. Be hilarious by the time we get there to turn back to these videos. Here we go. The naivety and ignorance makes my brain hurt. Let me know what you guys think. And be sure to hit that like button too. Leave a comment, subscribe, notifications. It helps the videos out a ton. I appreciate it. Let me know what you guys are thinking in terms of the order of these catalysts. What order you think might occur? What do you think they're waiting for? I do think the AI plays a role in this because PayPal has been making their moves with integrating with ChatGPT in ways, and they launched their stablecoin. They're making the move. PayPal's definitely making the move. Guys, I appreciate you watching. Yet again, hit that like, subscribe, comment, please. Helps the video out. Appreciate it. You can support on Patreon. We're going to take this party into the Patreon. You can join the Minutemen, our group. And Patreon, going to be launching the Discord channel through there, so you can become a patron and you also get Discord access. But I got all exclusive videos up there, and I will see you on over there. Appreciate you.